Well, hello friends, freedom lovers, tax skeptics, fellow practitioners of the sacred leaf. Welcome back to Liberty on Nicotine, broadcasting tonight from a folding lawn chair that I would describe as structurally optimistic here at Plyler Park. The evening breeze is just about perfect, the ocean air rolling in from the Atlantic, and I'm sitting here with what might be the best bargain cigar of 2026. Tonight's companion, the mighty JFR XT cigar. And let me tell you how this came into my life. A tobacconist over at the Cigar South, a man who clearly understands both tobacco and human happiness, slides the cigar across the counter and says, "Trust me." Now, those two words can mean many things in life. Sometimes it means, "Trust me, this bridge is perfectly safe." Other times it means, "Trust me, this investment opportunity involves alpaca futures." But when the cigar guy says, "Trust me," that usually means you're about to smoke something terrific. And folks, this one's a winner. The setting, people are rolling into the park now. Lawn chairs unfolding like synchronized mechanical ballet, blankets spreading across the grass, coolers opening with soft psh of carbonated liberty, families, couples, retirees, a guy carrying a basket that looks like he robbed a deli. Everyone's gathering for tonight's performance by the Mostly Mikes. They're part of the Plyler Park Spring Entertainment Series, which technically means this is a government-sponsored event. Now, normally that phrase causes libertarians to break out in hives, but tonight, I'll admit something. This might actually be one of those rare, minor examples of tax money doing something that doesn't immediately make me sigh into my bourbon. It's music, community, fresh air, kids running around like caffeinated squirrels. It's not exactly the Department of Lawn Chair regulation. Still, it would be much better if it was funded privately. Picture it. Local businesses sponsoring the stage, voluntary donations, food trucks competing in glorious free market capitalism, spontaneous gatherings on public land. But tonight, I'll allow it. Even libertarians have moments of pragmatic tolerance. Call it temporary philosophical parole. First impressions of this cigar. Now let's talk about this stick. The JFR XT cigar is, how we say, not shy. This cigar is built like it lifts weights. Thick, heavy, solid in the hand. If cigars were pickup trucks, this thing would be a 1998 F-250 with a toolbox and a slightly suspicious muffler. The wrapper is dark and rustic, not fancy, not delicate. The cigar doesn't care about tuxedos. The cigar shows up in work boots. First draw. Oh yeah, earthy, a little pepper. Some cocoa notes drifting in here. That wonderful deep tobacco flavor says, relax, the meeting is over. Which is important because earlier today I endured a televideo meeting. Ugh. You know the ones, the modern corporate ritual where 15 adults stare into laptops pretending technology works flawlessly. First problem, someone can't find the mute button. Second problem, someone's microphone sounds like they're broadcasting from inside a washing machine. Third problem, someone inevitably shares the wrong slide deck. And you're still sitting there thinking, if only everyone had a cigar instead of a webcam, productivity would skyrocket. Now the crowd's starting to build, more people arriving. A couple just walked past carrying a picnic basket that looks like they're preparing for Normandy landing, but with cheese and crackers. Kids chasing each other across the grass. A dog wearing a bandana that says, "Security." Watch out for him. He's dangerous. Which I really do respect. The sun is starting to drop low. The sky is turning that warm Carolina orange. The stage crew is doing sound checks. Check one, check two, sibilance. Which always sounds like the beginning of a rock concert for congressional hearing or something. Hard to tell which. Now let's discuss the beverage tonight. My trusted companion, my carbonated co-pilot, the magnificent Pepsi Zero Sugar. Some people pair cigars with whiskey. Some prefer rum. Others enjoy craft beer that tastes like pine cones and philosophy. But tonight, Pepsi Zero. Why? Because sometimes you just want a drink that says, I respect flavor, but I also respect my pancreas. Plus, the carbonation cuts beautifully through the richness of this cigar. Pepper from the smoke, cold sweetness from the drink. It's like a tiny economic partnership happening in your mouth. Free markets, flavor, synergy. Now, here's what fascinates me about the JFR XT cigar. It's actually affordable, very affordable, which proves a simple libertarian economic truth. When you remove excess nonsense from production, good things get cheaper. This cigar isn't wrapped in 12 layers of marketing hype. It doesn't come with a velvet ribbon. It's just good tobacco, well rolled, sold at a price that doesn't require a second mortgage. Imagine if more industries worked like this. Cars, for instance, or healthcare, college textbooks, cable bills. If government regulations were cigars, they'd be those terrible cheap ones from the gas stations that taste like burning drywall. The stage lights just flickered on. The crowd applauds instinctively. Humans are funny that way. We clap for lights. We clap for planes landing. We clap when someone drops a tray at a restaurant. Applause is basically society's way of saying, well, that could have gone worse. The band members are tuning instruments now. A guitar riff floats across the park. Somebody testing the drums. Thump, 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 thump. Sounds like freedom knocking at the door. There's a couple dancing already. Music hasn't even started yet. Now that's commitment, or that's optimism. That's the spirit of free people. You don't wait for permission to dance, you just dance. Somewhere a bureaucrat is filing paperwork about acceptable rhythmic movement per square foot. But not here, not tonight. Tonight, it's lawn chairs and liberty. Oh man, this cigar is hitting its stride. Halfway into the JFR XT cigar now. The pepper has mellowed, chocolate notes are stronger. A little bit of espresso creeping in. Construction is just perfect. The burn line is straight as a tax auditor's spine. Smoke output? Magnificent. Clouds of fragrant rebellion drifting into the Carolina sky. The mostly mics take the stage, and here we go. Big applause. The lead singer grabs the microphone. Good evening, Myrtle Beach, the crowd cheers. First song kicks off with a classic rock riff. People immediately stand up. Dancing begins. Lawn chairs abandoned like battlefield equipment. This is the beauty of live music. It dissolves the boundaries between strangers. 5 minutes ago, nobody knew each other. Now, everyone's singing the same chorus. As a libertarian reflection, moments like this remind me of what society actually looks like when people just get along naturally. No mandates, no regulations, just humans gathering voluntarily, sharing music, sharing laughter, sharing picnic baskets large enough to feed minor armies. This right here is what freedom feels like. The JFR XT cigar is finishing strong now. Deep, earthy finish, a hint of leather, still really smooth, still very generous, just like this evening. Night has fully arrived. The band is halfway through their set. Couples dancing under the stage lights. Kids spinning in circles. Somewhere, someone just opened another cooler. And I'm sitting here thinking, life doesn't have to be complicated. A good cigar, good music, good people, and maybe, just maybe, government staying out of the way long enough for people to enjoy it. Well, this has been Liberty on Nicotine. broadcast tonight from Plyler Park, featuring the budget legend JFR XT cigar. Until next time, keep your cigars lit, keep your taxes low, and keep your lawn chair pointed toward freedom. For more information and more podcast entertainment, go to libertycrackmedia.com. And hey, if you're feeling generous enough, maybe make a donation.
I'm sitting by the shore. Got the smoke rising up, drifting through my door. Every puff remind me what I'm living for. No chains, no man can't claim me no more. This cigar tastes like freedom, yeah. Rolling slow like a midnight prayer. Fire in my hand, wind in my hair. This cigar tastes like freedom anywhere. Worked all week, now I'm claiming my time. Little leaf of liberty, smooth like rhyme. Some call it habit, I call it peace of mind. Every draw unwind the ties that bind. This cigar tastes like freedom, yeah. Smoke curl high like I just don't care. Ash falls soft like a whisper in the air. This cigar tastes like freedom anywhere. I don't need no crown, don't need no throne, just a little fire and a piece of my own. Each breath I take, I carve my tone. In the rhythm of the night, I'm free to roam. This cigar tastes like freedom, yeah. From Kingston streets to the mountains there. Light it up, brother, lift your stare. This cigar tastes like freedom everywhere. One life, one love, one spark divine. Freedom's the flavor in this smoke of mine.